guys, today we are going to talk about deodorant. I know, really exciting topic, but I think that hopefully this video will be really helpful to a lot of you because I think for the most part, we all wear it, right? And we all want to be safe, and I have been on the longest journey ever to find a safe deodorant because deodorant contains aluminum amongst a lot of other not so great for you ingredients, and deodorant is something that is absorbed through your skin into your bloodstream, and it's just not the best thing for you to be absorbing. And being that there are safer alternatives out there, I thought it would be kind of fun for myself and to share with you some different alternatives, much safer alternatives, and test them all out and let you know if they actually work and are effective and if I recommend them. So this was the deodorant that I was using for probably most of my life that I've been wearing deodorant. This is the Lady Speed Stick Invisible Dry 24-hour protection. Other than the fact that it has aluminum, I love this. I never had any complaints. It kept me dry, kept me smelling really great all day long. I never had to reapply it. No complaints. But I knew always in the back of my head that it wasn't safe. So I've been looking for the longest time, and I've tried a lot of deodorants, safer deodorants along the way. None that have been effective or that I wanted to mention. Some I have told you about, like the one from Lush that I tried that I just wasn't that impressed with. But thanks to you guys, and I think in that Lush video, a lot of people left some recommendations. And so I went ahead and purchased them, and I've been trying, let's say I stopped using this probably almost 4 months ago. That's how long I've switched over to using more safer deodorants. I know that there are some great DIYs. If you want to look them up online, even Pinterest, you can find some DIY deodorants that are very safe. I can't speak for them. I haven't tried. For me and my lifestyle and just how busy I am, I'd rather just buy something and not go through the trouble of making it, depending on what it is. Deodorant is something that I continue to need every day and repurchase, and I just think sometimes it's easier to just let someone else make it. So I have here 4 different safe deodorants that I've been trying, putting to the test for the last 4 months, and of the 4, I have found 2 favorites. I've repurchased both of those several times over, and I want to just share with you and show you. I'm gonna do some fun little demonstrations and show you how they work and let you know what I think. First up is Schmidt's deodorant, and I get mine from Amazon.com. It is $10.99 and it is available on Prime, so I don't pay anything for shipping, and I have it within 2 days. It is a 2-ounce jar, and I've repurchased this a couple times, and I always get the lavender and sage, but it does come in different scents. And this is incredibly effective, one of my favorites. It lasts throughout the day. The biggest test for me when I was trying all of these, I'm at the gym a lot, and I wear this before I go to the gym, and I don't feel like I need to reapply it while I'm at the gym or even when I get home. Like if I go from the gym to run errands or the gym to somewhere else. I mean, I don't shower at the gym, but if I'm running out to go somewhere else, I don't feel like I need to reapply. I don't feel like I stink. It's very long lasting, and it will last throughout the entire day. I don't ever reapply this throughout the day. A little bit goes a long way, so you don't need a lot, but I do go through it pretty often just based on the fact that I think I wear it every day, so it's obviously I'm going to use it. The consistency of this is very unique, and I think it's the one thing I don't like about it. The process of applying it is a little high maintenance for me. It does come with a little applicator to scrape the product. It's a little bit crumbly, but once it heats up in your hands, it does kind of turn into more of like a cream, and it doesn't crumble as you're putting it on. But for me, it's not quick. It's not something that I could just slap on really quickly. With all the ones that I'm going to show you, with the exception of one of them, you do have to apply it, you know, yourself with your hands. I don't really mind it. I do obviously wash my hands afterwards, but it doesn't leave any kind of like oily residue behind once you wash your hands. But I'm going to scrape a little bit and just kind of show you how I apply it, and you'll see like that's the amount that I would use for the day under each armpit, and you can just see it's kind of, you know, crumbly, and then when you go to like put it in your hand to actually apply it, I find that if I kind of gather it up into like a little bitty ball, you can see it is a little bit sticky. I'll zoom you in so you can get a nice little peek at my armpits. But I just want to show you how you apply it. You kind of just rub it in as if you're putting a moisturizer on underneath your arms. And as you can see, it quickly dissolves. It kind of just feels like you just put some kind of lotion on. You know, before, I have some wipes here, but if I wasn't gonna wash my hands, it would be a problem because I don't have, it does feel a little bit gritty. It feels really good. It's, like I said, very moisturizing, and it doesn't leave any kind of white residue on my clothes. It never creases. Like, oh my gosh, when I would see people, and this has happened to myself, when you go to like lift your arms up to reach something and you see like the little balls of white, ugh, it's like the biggest, grossest pet peeve I have. Like, I hate that when you see deodorant crumbles under your arm. It's just, ugh, it's just not attractive. That never happens with this. It's there, it stays there, and it smells really good. It's not completely overpowering. I'll read you the ingredients really quickly. Shea butter, baking soda, arrowroot powder, cocoa seed butter, clary sage essential oil, lavender essential oil, vitamin E, hop extract, whatever that is. It is certified vegan and cruelty-free. And that's it. That's all that's in this. All really good for you ingredients. Nothing has irritated my skin. Nothing has given me any kind of weird reaction. If the consistency of the product was more creamy, this would be like my favorite product of all time. But I have purchased, I think this is my second or third jar, and I will continue to repurchase. It's just not, like I said, the process of applying it, because you do have to scrape it, and sometimes, like right now, I'm kind of getting down to the nitty gritty. It's kind of sometimes hard to get in there with the spatula. Sometimes I'll just go in with my finger and just try to scrape some off the sides. I kind of wish the jar maybe had more of an opening that you could get in, but overall this has been really great. The next one that I'm going to talk about is by Oyin, and it is their Funk Butter. Love the names of these. It's an all-natural deodorant. I have it in the Cocoa Mango scent. Again, 2-ounce jar. This one is the most affordable of the four that I'm gonna show you. This is $4.49 a jar, and with shipping it came to $7.89 shipped to my house. It took a couple days, nothing out of the ordinary. Smells really great. This is what it looks like. It looks like it's more of a creamy consistency than the Schmidt's. The Schmidt's is more of like a gritty texture. So I was really excited to give this a try. It feels kind of like a putty. And again, you just apply it the same way. You just grab a little bit. And this is what I was talking about when I was talking about Schmidt's. I kind of wish the consistency was creamier like this, because I just find that it is easier to apply. It kind of just forms into a little bitty ball, and it doesn't really leave anything else behind. I'm going to show you on this side how this one applies, but spoiler alert, this one, not so great. Haven't had the best luck with it, and you'll kind of see why. So let me zoom you in again. This is like the funniest thing ever, showing you how I apply deodorant under my armpits. Okay, so when I apply this the same way, you can see I'm, doing the same rubbing motion that I did with Schmidt's, and you can just see it's not absorbing into my skin. It's kind of falling off right now onto me, and it's leaving those nasty little crumbles that I was just talking about behind. I have tried this on damp skin, completely dry skin, wet skin. It doesn't absorb, and it's not effective. So I tried this about 2 or 3 times before I kind of gave up on it. I was waiting to film this video, but now that I have, it's going in the trash. It's kind of a big waste. I don't know if I got a bad jar. If anybody else has tried this, I'd love to hear your thoughts, because maybe it is, maybe I just got a bad lot of it, but it doesn't stay on, and it doesn't absorb, so it's kind of a fail. The ingredients, I'll read again. This one has cornstarch and shea butter, let's see, some other sunflower seed oil, olive oil, flour and chamomile something, flower powders, fragrance, and love. It says you could also use this in between your toes, I guess if you have stinky feet. I haven't tried that. People tested, cruelty-free, made and shipped fresh, smells delicious, but do not eat. Like I said, smells really good. The consistency is great until you put it on, so that one's kind of a fail for me. Next up is by Honest, and I have gotten this with my bundle, but if you were to just purchase this on its own at Target or right on honest.com, it retails for $8.95 plus shipping, and I have it in the Bergamot and Sage. When it first released, this was the only scent available. They have since come out with 2 more scents, which with vanilla, lavender vanilla being one, which will probably be the next one that I purchase. I'm just looking and my under eyes are like crazy bright. So I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but I feel like I have too big white and I don't know why it's like that. But anyway, okay. So this is a spray, very different than the others. On its own, I don't think it's effective all day long. The scent of it is really nice. I haven't had it irritate my skin or give me any kind of reactions. It does not really keep me dry, but it doesn't make me stink. I can't just wear this by itself. So, because I do still sweat, the Schmidt's seems to keep me dry all day. This one does not. I still, when I sweat, I feel it, but it doesn't give off any odor. It definitely absorbs the odor and, you know, leaves behind the really nice scent that this is. So what I use this for is to refresh throughout the day if I feel like I need it. But like I said, when I'm using the Schmidt's or this other one I'm going to talk about, I don't really feel like I need to refresh. Sometimes I'll use it as just an extra layer. Like if I do go to the gym, I'll put Schmidt's on and then I'll spray under each arm for just like added scents and just a nice extra little smelly thing under my arm. And I feel like it kind of reinforces the Schmidt's deodorant. So on its own, I wouldn't recommend it, but paired with something else or just to maybe keep in your gym bag or something when you're done with the gym, if you just want to kind of freshen up underneath your arms, I think it's really great for that. It is effective in that way. So I will continue to repurchase it because I think it's a nice little like refresh throughout the day if you need it, or maybe you want to keep it in like your beach bag or something. Really great. And again, all natural ingredients. It does contain alcohol, so that can be a little drying. Witch hazel, bergamot oil, a lot of different essential oils, lemon, lavender, chamomile, glycerin. I don't see baking soda or cornstarch, which I'm assuming is because it's a liquid, not like a powdery consistency. But so yeah, that's that. And my last one I'm going to talk about is Primal Pit Paste. Again, love these names. And I'd say this is my favorite of the 4 that I've tried. Again, purchased this 2 or 3 times now. I have always gotten it in the lavender, but they have a ton of different scents. They also have an unscented version. I think Schmidt's does as well. And this one, again, for a 2-ounce glass jar. This one is a little bit on the more pricier side. It is $8.95 a jar, but then they charge you $4.25 to ship. So it comes out to $13.20 for a jar. So the most expensive, that is, like if I didn't have Prime with Amazon, I'd probably pay around the same for Schmidt's, but I just get the free shipping because I have Prime. But the one thing I do want to mention about this guy is they constantly run promotions. 10% off, 20% off. They're always, I'm signed to their email, so I'm always getting promo codes. So you do have a chance to save money on this, whereas with Schmidt's, being that it's through Amazon, I don't ever have promo codes. So that is that. The ingredients, before I show you how it applies: organic shea butter, organic arrowroot powder, non-aluminum baking soda, organic coconut oil, lavender essential oils, non-GMO vitamin E derived 100% from sunflowers. It is vegan, cruelty-free, there's no aluminum and no parabens. So to me, this with the Schmidt's is the most basic, the most simplified ingredients involved, which I really love. And they're all ingredients that I, probably have downstairs in a pantry somewhere. And the consistency of this is wonderful. It's kind of like a creamy moisturizer. This is super easy to apply. It does come with a little wooden stick to dig out some of the product if you want to get it. And the same complaint goes to this, as far as when you get down to the bottom of it, it's kind of hard to get in there and scrape out. Same with the Schmidt's. I find because the consistency is so creamy, I just go in with my finger. I take a little bit, like a teeny tiny little bit. It's actually too much, so I'm gonna put some back. There we go. That's all I need. I apply it the same way as Schmidt's, and see how creamy it just goes on really nicely. It feels just like Schmidt's, like a moisturizer. The difference with Schmidt's is it starts out crumbly and then it kind of softens, whereas this one is soft from the get-go, and it kind of just feels like you're putting on like an oil moisturizer. And doesn't leave any kind of residue behind. It doesn't crumble. There's no crumbly white things under my arm. It doesn't leave any residue on my clothes. And again, really effective. I think that because I've kind of, put them both to the test, I think Schmidt's lasts longer throughout the day. If I say that Schmidt's lasts 12 hours, I would say that this guy lasts maybe 8 hours. But for me, that's still a long, long time. I don't really ever reapply this unless I'm going out at night or something and I want to just freshen up. I will just take a tiny, tiny little bit just to reapply. Again, this keeps me dry and it absorbs any kind of odor. I've put this to the test at the gym. It's great. I can still go from the gym to go somewhere else without feeling like I stink. It's very effective, and the consistency of it makes it a super quick, painless, easy process to apply. Just kind of feels like you're putting moisturizer on. The other really nice thing about the website is they offer these little trial sizes, which is great if you just want to give it a try. But for me, I buy a bunch of these every time I place an order for a large jar, and I take them with me to travel. Like I brought one little guy when I went on a 3-day trip to Dallas, and it was enough. I've even kind of been keeping one in my purse if I am out and like sweating because I've been at the park a lot with Addie or just outside playing. So I do have a little jar if I feel the need to reapply. But if I'm being honest, I really don't ever reach for it to reapply. Overall, I am super happy with this, and this is probably my favorite of the 4 that I have tried. I hope that this was helpful to you guys. I'm so happy and thankful that you guys recommended some of these because it's like I haven't looked back on going into this, and I can't wait to throw this guy in the trash. I wanted to hold on to it until I film the video. It's just really nice to know that you're using really safe products that are effective, which is the most important thing. I hope you guys enjoyed this and you'll give them a try. If you try any of them, or you have one that I haven't even mentioned that you think is really great, leave it in the comments below. A lot of people recommended the La Vanilla deodorant, and I did use that for a couple of years. And I think I mentioned in my videos, because I did talk about it, it always felt like very wet to me. I felt like it always left behind like a very wet feeling, and I just didn't like it. But it was effective, and they smell really nice, so that's another option. You can find them at Sephora. I think that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was chock full of good information and that you'll give some of these things a try. And I always do this. What is this? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. And it has a really cool little pump. And again, I've just kind of been interchanging these two, and I just use it after I cleanse my face. I use this as a primer sometimes too.